Hey Cancer, so I was shuffling the cards and I saw the Ten of Cups and the Four of Wands. Okay, so I feel like that's a very different energy than what you were working with before. I feel like you had like this huge happiness like boost, like something in your home. You may have been doing like energy work, you may have been like clearing, cleaning your home. It is, well, I guess it's summer now, it's not really spring. Whatever it is, I feel like you were doing like spring cleaning. Okay, I feel like you were doing it not only in your home, but I feel like you were doing it like scratching my nose with your emotions, right? Like I feel like you've been doing a lot of clearing, a lot of cleaning, a lot of happiness work, a lot of self-focused. I feel like you're having to do that right now. You're having to focus on yourself. I feel like if you're not like taking care of yourself, like it's almost like a downward spiral, right? I feel like because you're taking like this time out and like really working with yourself and on yourself, it's what's bringing in this Ten of Cups energy, right? And I feel like it's very much at home, right? Which is very important to Cancers, as we know. Cancers love to feel at home. And so if they're in their home and they're unhappy, like their whole life is chaos, right? That's their comfort zone. That's their little crab shell, right? All right, Cancer, let's get into it for you. First off, we have the Knight of Swords. I feel like that's you, like coming in and like cleaning up, like whatever. I feel almost like a pity party that we were going through here, Cancers. I feel like there's been a lot of truths that have come in and like you've kind of like set yourself free from like that circle that you were swimming in there for a little bit. I feel like you were in like a darker, sadder pool, and I feel like it's like somebody came in and like, oh no, like that's not what's really happening. That's not the truth. Like this is the truth, you know? I feel like you're doing like positive affirmations and like telling yourself like what you need to hear and not like the stories that you've been telling yourself, right? Five of Cups. Yes, Cancer, that was the energy you were in. We have the Knight of Swords and the Five of Cups here. I feel like somebody's coming in to set things straight. You had been looking very sad. The future had been looking very bleak because I feel like you were too busy focused on what had already happened instead of what was going to happen, right? Instead of focusing on what you want to happen. Seven of Cups. Yes, Cancer. I feel like you were thinking of like all the things that were like going wrong and this is what I have to do. This is what I have to accomplish. Like all these things, I have a list and none of it's coming true. And like, these are my worries and these are my fears and none of that is true. That's what that Knight of Swords is coming in to show you. Like, no. And you're walking away from it. Eight of Cups. You went from the Seven of Cups to the Eight of Cups. You're walking away from anything that was like disillusioning, anything that was like, I feel like you're like sitting there with yourself and like you're having a moment and you're like in this pity party stage and you're like, no, that's not true. That's not true. This is true. Like you're making sure you're letting yourself know like all of these fears and like sadness points that you're going through. It's like, no, that's not true. That's not my truth. Now Hierophant here. Yes. I feel like as you're doing this, like you're realizing like, oh, this is a lesson I'm supposed to be learning. Like, I'm supposed to be teaching myself, like, how to talk to myself, how to treat myself, how it is I want to be treated, right? I feel like this was just like spiritual testing, right? How can you climb back out of the hole once you've dug it? Ace of Wands, yep. How can I dig myself? I feel like this is a shovel. How can I dig myself out of this hole after I've already gotten in there? Yep. Okay, what is this Knight of Swords? What are these affirmations? How did you get there? King of Pentacles. Tower. It could have been something to do with your finances. Whatever it was, I feel like you were sitting like, you were sitting pretty. And then all of a sudden, like, all of these like terrible things started happening, right? Death. whatever, all of these terrible things that were happening, anything that was trying to like push you out of your little tower here in your little kingdom, that's over. That's over. You're realizing like that was all just like a figment of my imagination. Like it was just a thunderstorm. Like it's not that bad. Like, okay, something might have gotten pushed over, but like the house is still standing. We're still here, right? All of these fears that you're having, like that's over. Like it's going through a complete rebirth, rechange. You're looking at things in a whole different way. That was the test. Changing how you're seeing these things. Like don't ring the alarm if there's not like a, don't Chicken Little the world, right? Don't ring the alarm if there's not a real problem. You see it as a real problem, but you're realizing like nothing's really real. And like it's nothing that we can't get over, right? And I feel like you're just learning how to talk to yourself different. Like realizing like, okay, this isn't that bad. You know, if this is the worst I have to go through, like I'm doing real damn good. Right, Cancer? What is this 5 of Cups here? We have the Lovers. Knight of Wands. You could be sad over, it could have been like somebody you were dealing with. I don't feel like it was anybody too serious, right? I feel like it was just like a love connection that you had. And I feel like things weren't really going as according to plan. Yeah, 2 of Swords here for you. And you have the 5 of Cups. At least that's what you think, right? We have the 5 of Cups here. Just because a couple of the cups had spilt doesn't mean that the others aren't still standing, right? You could have gotten in like an argument. Things could have not been working out how you thought it was going to. You weren't seeing the whole truth in the situation, right? You weren't seeing that you still had these 2 cups back here. Like you forgot to like keep the faith, like to still have hope, right? What is the 7 of Cups here? We have the Wheel of Fortune, King of Cups, and the 2 of Pentacles. Cancer, I feel like this was you. I feel like you yeah, this is you, Cancer. I feel like you're changing how this wheel is tipping. So we have the Wheel of Fortune over here. And this is you sitting here. I feel like because of you're changing how you see and you're viewing the situation, like it's like a coin. It could go either way. One's heads, one's tails. And I feel like you're changing how you're talking to yourself. You're changing the way you're seeing it. And that's what's tipping this Wheel of Fortune over. We had that all under the 7 of Cups. I feel like it's just about how you're seeing the situation here. And as long as you're focusing on the good, then you're able to like jump back on top of that Wheel of Fortune, right? And I feel like you're realizing that like it's your thoughts and your dreams and how you're seeing it that's changing whether or not you're on the top of this wheel or if you're at the bottom, right? I feel like you're realizing that you have so much more control and power than you realized, right? Temperance. We have the 8 of Cups here, Temperance. So I feel like you're walking away from like anything that is not like keeping your cup full, keeping you balanced, right? Making sure that you are anchored into this water, anchored to the shore. 8 of Swords. You're walking away from anything that was keeping you stuck. Anything that was like taunting you with the Hermit here. Anything, you're walking away from all of this. And I feel like you're having like serious healing work, serious like realizing that like even though you're standing out here all by yourself, wrapped up and by swords, all alone here, I feel like you're realizing like it's really only you that's doing that. And you have like, it's almost like you have to be in that 8 of Swords feeling to realize like, oh shit, I can walk away. I don't have to stay here. I feel like that's the opportunity. Like this Temperance card is like your choice. You could either stay in the 8 of Swords or go with the 8 of Cups and walk away. Stay stuck or keep moving. And I think you're realizing it like that it's nobody else's nobody else can move for you. Nobody else can take those actions. Nobody else can get you out of this. Like, it's only you. Nobody else can live your life for you, Cancer, right? We have the Hierophant here with the 9 of Wands. 5 of Swords. And the 9 of Pentacles. I feel like that was a part of your learning lesson. To know that you're protected, right? That your words have power. Your words have power and you're protected. Nothing can happen to you that is not like for your best interest, right? Like, without you realizing that, you couldn't get to this 9 of Pentacles, right? Like, that was like the learning curve for you. Okay, let's get to this Ace of Wands here. Queen of Pentacles. Knight of Cups. And the Page of Wands. Yeah. I feel like once you start taking action of being like more vulnerable with yourself, right? It's bringing you into this Queen of Pentacles energy. You got to realize, like, you are the one who takes the action. All of this was under the Ace of Wands. You have to realize that you have to take the action, right? And that's how you become this Queen of Pentacles. You know when to move and when to be still, right? You know when to move and you know when to be still. When to hold them, when to fold them. I feel like you're literally just learning like the actions that you're needing to take and how you're needing to get there. And what kind of cup you're wanting to offer to the world, right? Like, what is it that you're putting into this cup? Is it all of these kind, positive words, or are you just being mean to yourself, Cancer, right? Is any of that true when you're being mean to yourself? All right, let's get one card out for Cancer and how they can heal this energy. I saw flow like water. Create art. I feel like you're literally learning just on how to take whatever it is you're going through and like see the beauty in it, right? I feel like you're taking any situation and you're just painting it beautiful, right? Not literally, but you know, like I feel like you're learning like that the only person that can change how they see things is you, right? People can talk to you till they're black and blue, but like until you learn to change your perspective on how you see the world, like, and how to make it beautiful, like, then it's just going to be what everybody wants it to see, right? All right, Cancer, don't forget to like and subscribe. 1333. Y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Cancer.